Welcome to Founders Club, the show for real estate entrepreneurs.
Looking back over, your vast career, what is one thing that you maybe wish you knew sooner that would have gotten you ahead faster, easier?
I really don't have those thoughts. I mean, I always took the hard route. Let me give you an example. Okay, when I came out of school, I went to a very, very good school in New York, the best school in the world to train ship's officers. So when I was graduating in '69, which was a long time ago, my classmates were making $120,000 a year tax-free. The average college graduate doesn't make $120,000 a year today. So back in 1969, when we were 22 years old, I got offered a job for about $85,000. The guys who were making 120, they had to go to Vietnam. But the Vietnam War was still on. So, that saying, let your conscience be your guide. I was draft exempt. And I had 7 uncles, all fought in World War II. And so we fight for America. I'm not a communist, I'm not a coward, and I'm not one of those guys that was draft dodger. So both my brother and I volunteered. He joined the Air Force and went to fight in Thailand, and I joined the Marine Corps. I go fight twice in Vietnam. So I went from making a lot of money to $200 a month as a Marine second lieutenant. It was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah.
I crashed 3 times, got court-martialed twice for insubordination, but I grew up the most.
It does seem that way. And it does, your passion about it does come through for sure, what the Marine Corps taught you.
Yeah, I won't put up with this bullshit. I get off the plane at Norton Air Force Base. First thing that hits us are eggs, spit, shit. These hippies are calling us baby killers. And I got my 16 men coming off the plane. So when I see the police in Portland standing there letting these guys throw shit on them, I know what that feels like. And so that's why when I get attacked by the Black Lives Matter people and Antifa and all this, or they attack my friend Trump, I said, who are you guys? That's a Sixth Amendment, the right to face your accuser.
Yeah.
And what's happened to that? What about the First Amendment called freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly? That's what I fought for. It's gone today, Oliver. It's gone.
Crazy time.
That's what makes me upset. So I won't stop. I'm a Marine. I'm not going to give up on it. But those SOBs that were throwing eggs and shit on us when I came back in 1972, 73, they became college professors.
And that's the type of thing that stays with you forever.
It made me stronger.
Yeah.
Vietnam made me stronger. I didn't like what we did, but we did what we did. I have a question to ask people, because I studied economics in military school. The economics taught in military school is different economics taught in traditional schools. Who has killed the most people in the last 100 years? Socialists or capitalists?
Probably socialists, because they're probably dictators.
No, they're socialists. Nazi is National Socialist Party. USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. China is the People's Republic of China. So Stalin killed 26 million people. Hitler killed 18 million, 6 million Jews. Mao Zedong killed 46 million people. And what Americans fought for was to fight against that. That's what we were taught. So I went to war as my 7 uncles did. 2 were captured by the Japanese. We fight against that oppression. And our school systems are now filled with socialists. Take from the rich, give to the poor. And that's what I hate to say the battle is stronger now in America than ever before. So they're Marxists. Marx, this is how Marx saw it. He says, you take an agrarian society like China, and so you had Mao, and then you bring in a capitalist. That was Deng Xiaoping. And that's why he said, to get rich is glorious. That was Deng. And now you have Xi. Xi is now totalitarian. He's now president for life. So he's the new Mao. So that's why they're killing the Uyghurs and all those people in Hong Kong and all that. They're being hauled off to concentration camps and killed. Socialists are the most dangerous people on earth. And that's Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Nancy Pelosi, and all that. That's what they stand for. But they don't know it because they studied economics in college, not in military school. We were taught as military officers to look at where war was going to break out. So you look at what's happening in China today. It won't be long before it was possible China may invade Taiwan. Then we're at war. That's how close we are. I don't mean to be a pessimist, but I also want to be prepared in case something happens. So I've been a student of this most of my life. Yeah. It all started when I was 9 years old. And I asked my school teacher, I said, when will I learn about money? I was in the 4th grade. She says, we don't teach money in school. And I thought that was really strange. So that's why I went to meet my rich dad, because I needed to learn from the capitalist. And my poor dad was a hardcore socialist, Democrat. Mm. He says money is the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, it's interesting how you've seen both sides of the spectrum very up close.
Thank you. You got it.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the line, we kind of walk our path, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're always going to do well because you have an open mind. You're already an entrepreneur. You're already thinking independently. But if you had a job and you had 4 kids and you're afraid of losing your job, you'd be in a different mindset today. And you're gonna see more opportunity in the next few years than you've ever seen in your whole life.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, let's see how that goes.
Don't you know it?
Yeah.
There's more opportunity coming your way than you've ever seen before.
Yeah, I do believe that, and I do believe that the old adage is true that the biggest fortunes are made during down times, and that there's countless stories of people that have created a lot of wealth, completely changed their life during the worst of times. So regardless of what happens, it doesn't have to be a bad thing for you if you can use your brain, think like an entrepreneur, make smart investments, stay on top of your game.
Yeah, and you're a teacher. You see, that's how you learn the most is when you teach. As I said again, is one of my teachers. I mean, he passed away about 10 years ago, but he said he was on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange when all these people were throwing up their hands, and he was sweeping up these pieces of paper. And he said, hey, what's this bankette mine in the Philippines? And he was a multimillionaire before he was 20.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you're cruising for, Oliver. That's what you're cruising for.
There it is.
If you're new to the channel, my name is Oliver, and I'm a 3-time Inc. 500 real estate entrepreneur. I'm a co-founder of a brokerage with over 1,000 agents doing $4 billion in sales, and I'm an active real estate investor. But most importantly, I'm passionate about helping you grow your real estate business. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go.